One. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining the South Carolina Public Service Commission's weekly business meeting. Today is October the 1st, 2020. We will open this meeting up with a brief moment of silence. Thank you. I'd also like to thank you for being patient with us. We had some technical difficulties that we had to overcome, but it looks like we're heading in the right direction. Before we proceed to presenting the agenda, I'd like to welcome all the new commissioners here for their first business meeting. Attorney Menges, would you please present the agenda?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and new commissioners and remaining commissioners. Staff proposes that our next commission business meeting be held on October 7th at 2 o'clock, which would be next Wednesday.
Thank you, sir.
The first item on our utilities agenda, docket number 2005-365C, Telmex USA LLC is requesting to change its name to Claro Enterprise Solutions LLC without notice to customers.
Is there a motion? Yes, Commissioner Irvin. Commissioner Irvin, is it possible for you to get it closer to your microphone?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
My question is, have we conducted a roll call?
Commissioner Irvin, thank you for reminding me of that. We have not. Commissioner Irvin, could you please mute your Skype microphone?
Yes, sir.
At the call of Commissioner Irvin, and I appreciate him making that point of order, we need to do a roll call. Commissioner Williams?
Here?
And you're here present in the hearing room.
Yes.
Commissioner Belzer?
Belcher's present, participating via telephone. I am out of the office today.
Commissioner Caston? Commissioner Caston, could you please speak into your microphone?
Present in the conference room, Commissioner.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Irvin?
I'm by Skype due to the COVID-19.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Thomas?
Present in the hearing room.
Chairman Williams is present in the hearing room. Commissioner Powers?
Present in the hearing room.
All right. Thank you again, Commissioner Irvin. Please proceed.
And I have a motion on item 1, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman.
The floor is yours, Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Chairman, members of the commission, I move that the commission approve the request of Telmex for a name change, condition on Telmex providing to the commission a proof of service of the name change to the customers of the company. So moved.
Hearing Commissioner Irvin's vote. Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move for a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams? Vice Chair Belzer?
Belcher votes aye.
Commissioner Caston? Commissioner Irvin?
Commissioner Irvin votes aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Commissioner Thomas votes aye.
Commissioner Powers?
Commissioner Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Chairman, item number 2, docket number 2019-130E. We have a request for approval of a settlement agreement and mutual release along with confidential treatment of the agreement.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman.
Vice Chair Belzer, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, I move that the commission approve the settlement agreement and mutual release effective September 22nd, 2020 between Ecoplexus Incorporated and Dominion Energy South Carolina Incorporated. I also move that the commission approve their joint request for confidential treatment of that settlement agreement. Further, I move that we grant the joint request of the parties to administratively close this docket. and the clerk is directed to administratively close this docket following issuance of an order. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Belzer. Hearing Vice Chair Belzer's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we will move for a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams? Vice Chair Belzer?
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Caston votes aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Irvin votes aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Thomas votes aye.
Commissioner Powers?
Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 3, docket number 2020-202E, Duke Energy Carolinas has filed an application to issue and sell securities.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion. I move that we direct the clerk's office to schedule a virtual forum with the parties in this docket for commissioners to satisfy questions regarding the application that was filed in this matter. So moved.
Hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Commissioner Williams?
Commissioner Williams votes aye.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I thought, I saw your red light on. I thought you may have had some commentary. Okay, hearing no discussion, we will move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer?
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Irvin votes aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Thomas votes aye.
Commissioner Powers?
Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 4, docket numbers 2019-169E and 2019-170E. We have a petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner Irvin, the floor is yours.
I move the commission approve the petition to intervene filed by the South Carolina Coastal Conservation League, Southern Alliance for Clean Energy, and Upstate Forever in these dockets. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Hearing Commissioner Irvin's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer?
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Powers?
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 5, docket number 2019-182E. We have another petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Commissioner Thomas, the floor is yours.
I move that the commission approve the petition to intervene of South Carolina Appleseed Legal Justice Center in this docket. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams?
Williams votes aye.
Vice Chair Belzer?
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Powers?
Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 6, docket number 2019-182E. We have a petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I would propose a motion.
Commissioner Powers, the floor is yours.
Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, I would move that the commission approve the petition to intervene of Nucor Steel, South Carolina, which is a division of Nucor Corporation in this docket.
Thank you, Commissioner Powers. Hearing Commissioner Powers' motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams?
Williams votes aye.
Vice Chair Belzer?
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Powers?
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 7, docket number 2020-176E. We have a petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Commissioner Caston would like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston, the floor is yours, sir.
I move that the commission approve the petition to intervene of Walmart Incorporated in this docket.
Thank you, Commissioner Caston. Hearing Commissioner Caston's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move for a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams,
Williams votes aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 8, docket number 2019-225E. We have a petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Commissioner Thomas,
I move that the commission approve the petition to intervene of Votes Solar in this docket. So moved.
thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 9, docket number 2019-224E. We have a petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Commissioner Caston would like to make a motion, please.
Commissioner Caston, the floor is yours, sir.
I move that the commission approve the petition to intervene of Vote Solar in this docket.
Thank you, sir. Hearing Commissioner Caston's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move for a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item 10, docket number 2020-125E. We have a petition to intervene.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Vice Chair Belzer, the floor is yours, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman and members of the commission, I move that the commission grant the petition to intervene of Walmart Incorporated in this docket 2020-125E. So moved.
Thank you, Vice Chair Belzer. Hearing Vice Chair Belzer's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams,
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer,
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston,
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin,
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas,
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item 11, docket number 2019-326E. We have a joint request to hold the procedural schedule in abeyance in this docket and consider a two-phased approach.
Is there a motion?
I would like to make a motion.
Commissioner Caston, the floor is yours, sir.
Background preference. On September 15, 2020, the interested parties filed a joint request asking the commission, 1, to hold in abeyance all deadlines in this docket and to permit the interested parties to implement the requirements of South Carolina Code Section 58-27-460 as amended in a two-phased approach in this docket. The interested parties are Duke Energy Carolinas, LLC, Duke Energy Progress, LLC, Dominion Energy, South Carolina, Incorporated, South Carolina Solar Business Alliance, and the Southern Current, LLC. These interested parties have advised the commission they need additional time for discussion to reach a resolution regarding the South Carolina generator interconnection procedures. I move that the commission grant the request of the interested parties to hold all deadlines in abeyance, including the hearing date, and for the commission to engage in a two-phase approach regarding its periodic review of the standards for interconnection and parallel operation of generating facilities to an electrical utilities distribution and transmission system. The first phase will be a review of queue reform, and the second phase will involve parts of the South Carolina generator interconnection procedures. The clerk's office of the commission is directed to hold all deadlines in abeyance for this docket. Do we do these one at a time or go to the second?
Keep going, Commissioner Caston.
I also move that the interested parties are directed to provide an update to the commission on their progress related to suggested revisions to the South Carolina generator interconnection procedures no later than by the close of business on November 30th, 2020.
Commissioner Caston, thank you for your motion. Hearing Commissioner Caston's motion, is there any discussion? Commissioner Caston, I appreciate your motion. I always want to see parties work together to try to come to some level of agreement. What I appreciate even more is that you gave a date certain for the parties to report back to the commission. We want to see the parties work together to come to some form of agreement, but we can't keep these dockets from moving. So I appreciate you adding that date certain for an update to the commission. Those are my comments, sir. Any other discussion? Hearing no further discussion, we will move for a roll call vote, starting with Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 12, docket number 2020-125E. Staff presents for commission consideration the scheduling of public night hearings.
I am passing the gavel to Vice Chair Belzer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioners, you've heard the item. Does anyone have a motion?
Vice Chair Belzer, I have a motion, ma'am.
Mr. Chairman, please proceed.
Thank you, ma'am. Dominion Energy South Carolina has filed an application for adjustment in rates and charges. The South Carolina Public Service Commission will hear Dominion's request starting January 5th, 2021. In an effort to ensure that all parties interested in presenting their comments, concerns, and observations to the South Carolina Public Service Commission regarding Dominion's request to increase rates, I move that the Public Service Commission host a virtual public hearing on November 9th, November 10th, and November 12th. I further move that the Public Service Commission reserve venues in the Aiken, Charleston, and Columbia areas that are conducive to hosting hybrid, in-person public hearings in a manner that complies with the Center for Disease Control and Department of Health and Environmental Control COVID-19 mitigation standards, along with additional safety measures as deemed appropriate by the Public Service Commission to protect Commission employees and hearing attendees. I further move that the Public Service Commission make a determination regarding holding in-person public hearings at the reserved location and the reserved locations or venues in the aforementioned areas after the October 30th deadline to request public hearings. I want to note that the Public Service Commission is fully capable of hosting virtual public hearings that allow participation by telephone and several internet platforms. I further note that the Public Service Commission has successfully hosted several virtual hearings, and the effectiveness and efficiency of the same has continued to improve. I note that no one has requested a public hearing at this time, but I do think it is important for the Public Service Commission to be proactive in this matter as opposed to reactive, as it would be much more difficult to identify and reserve venues that offer COVID-19 safety mitigation measures necessary to protect Commission employees and hearing attendees if we were to move forward with in-person hearings. I further note that conducting Commission business during the COVID-19 pandemic is a fluid matter, and as COVID-19 risks increase, the likelihood of in-person public hearings decrease. That's my motion, Vice Chair Belzer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Any discussion on the motion?
Vice Chair Belzer, this is Commissioner Williams.
Commissioner Williams?
I fully support the motion as Chairman Williams has presented it. I do wonder, as I'm learning more and more about the commission, whether there might be advantage to adding an element about public outreach. As it was mentioned in the motion, it is a fluid and unpredictable circumstance, but similarly, it's a really important case. And if it's safe enough to do so, I think it's important that we promote the opportunity for an in-person hearing. So I suggest a friendly amendment between the last two sentences in the last paragraph that just promotes the outreach. To that end, the PSC staff will promote the awareness of this opportunity to request an in-person hearing.
We have an amendment on the motion. Any discussion on the amendment?
Madam Vice Chair?
Commissioner Irvin?
Commissioner Irvin, I appreciate the chair's motion, and I agree that we certainly want public input, and we certainly want to be proactive. However, I'm concerned about public health and safety in the middle of a pandemic, and I think that we're inviting trouble if we even attempt to hold a public hearing at this time, and let me tell you why I feel that way. First of all, I've reviewed the DHEC guidelines and recommendations that were forwarded to our clerk and executive director, Ms. Boyd, and one of those requirements, which as I understand is mandatory, is that all attendees wear a mask at all times. About 10 days ago, we had an incident at the State House where protesters came through security and refused to wear a mask and exercise their medical exemption. At that time, it was determined that they had the right to exercise the medical exemption, and they were allowed into the State House where they conducted a protest in the lobby. Now, my point is that the mask mandate is unenforceable as it stands for this reason. If anyone does exercise their medical exemption, we cannot exclude them from the hearing. And as you know from past experience, our hearings typically can last anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, and that's a long period of exposure. Now, I heard someone suggest, well, we could ask them to wait outside and call them in one at a time. Well, I don't see that as a real solution, and here's why. If you're having a large group or gathering outside in the lobby, again, there's exposure to the public. And if there are those who refuse to wear a mask due to a medical exemption, we may create a super spreader event simply by having them wait in the lobby. There are also other considerations. In reviewing the CDC guidelines this morning in preparation for our hearing today, it's recommended that someone has to control the public restrooms so that there are no more than one person in at a time. Someone has to make sure that soap dispensers are filled and that other steps are taken to post notices around the building, to put markings on the floor for social distancing. And then, as you know, the DHEC recommendation is that if anyone is using a microphone at the podium, the microphone must be cleaned after each person speaks. Now, it's also been suggested that we could hire a cleaning crew to go to the hearing and conduct the various cleaning protocols. This is going to involve still delays. We could have more than one podium, but it's still we're going to have to stop at each time someone speaks and clean the podium and the microphone. And we put our court reporter at risk because she has to take a verbatim transcript. And I just think it's going to be a very difficult challenge to safely provide the public and our employees and staff a safe environment to hold a public hearing during this time. The positivity rate in South Carolina has is, that I checked today is still about twice the national average. And all the experts say that we're going to have a recurrence in the fall as students return to school and then bring it home to their parents and grandparents. And we're also facing, a flu season, which is going to complicate matters even further. So for all these reasons, while I respect everyone's position, I think that as Commissioner, as our chairman stated, we have established a very smooth, easily accessible procedure for virtual hearings. It does not require a sign-in. It can be done in advance online, and it really is the safest approach. If you look at the guidelines that I sent you this morning on the CDC, they say if there is a positivity rate that's in the high range, that the safest course is to conduct gatherings virtually. So I would respectfully request that we, at this time, adopt a virtual hearing schedule, and then we can get notice out so that people can begin to sign up. As I simply don't believe it's safe to put the public in a situation where they're likely going to be exposed to a very contagious coronavirus while we're under a state of emergency. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Urban. Are there any other comments on the amendment?
Vice Chair Belzer, I accept the friendly amendment by Commissioner Williams. I would like to comment on Commissioner Urban's comments on the reservation by the commission of in-person hearings, if I may.
Please proceed, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Commissioner Urban, I appreciate your comments, and I want you to know, as your chairman, I have tossed and turned to the point of not getting much sleep over how to handle conducting commission business during a COVID-19 pandemic, and also addressing the concerns of those who take a conservative approach regarding COVID-19 and those who take more of a liberal approach regarding mask wearing and mitigation measures. Make no mistake about it, I understand that people have died from COVID-19 and suffered serious, long-lasting injuries. With that being said, I want to make sure that the commissioners understand that this vote is not a vote that will guarantee in-person hearings. This motion does not set in stone that the commission will have in-person hearings. What I have done is exercise some foresight, and it's hard to do that in such uncertain times, but my concern is that if we get to October 30th and things have changed with COVID-19 for the better, and we have folks that have requested in-person hearings and we haven't made reservation for rooms, it's going to be very difficult to get the type of space we need to have an in-person hearing and still comply with the CDC and DHEC's COVID mitigation measures. I note every concern that you have raised regarding the additional work necessary to meet the high standards for COVID mitigation, but I assure you that our Executive Director, Jocelyn Boyd, and our Public Affairs Officer have gone down the list, and they have an answer for every concern. I feel confident in their plan. But even being confident in their plan, I want to remind all the commissioners that this motion, as stated, does not set in stone in-person hearings. It gives us the option. It gives us the option to vote after October 30th, after the deadline has passed, and puts us much further in the fall where we can make an assessment of conditions at the time. And I just want to clarify that. I think that this is a very difficult matter, to handle. We're trying to do the best we can, but I would hate not to have the option to host in-person hearings if October 30th comes and we have ratepayers who want in-person hearings, and the COVID-19 pandemic has not exploded the way epidemiologists and other experts predict that it will. And I'm not saying that it won't explode. I'm just saying just in case it doesn't. And I just wanted to add those comments to the record. Thank you, Vice Chair Belzer. Thank you, Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Belzer, this is
Commissioner Irvin.
Commissioner Irvin. Could I briefly respond? And I appreciate the chair's foresight in trying to plan ahead, and I respect that. My substitute motion would be let's allow our executive director to continue to look for potential venues that could be utilized in the service area where customers might be affected by the rate increase. She can do that administratively on her own, but let's defer and delay any decision on the remaining portion of the motion until after October 30. So this would give us a chance to see where we are, and at the end of the month, things may have improved to the point that infection rates are down. We'll be in a better position then to make an informed judgment about whether or not we should invite members to ask for public hearing. Now, if nobody asks, obviously we don't have to have them. But assuming they do, we could make a decision the first week in November to add additional hearings. But we don't have to do it now. So I would ask. I would like to substitute the motion so that I'm fine with going ahead and setting the virtual hearings, as stated in paragraph 2 of the motion. I would delete any reference to in-person hearings at this time, and to defer that decision until after October 30. Thank you.
Okay, we have a main motion, we have an amendment to that main motion that we have not voted on yet, and now we have a substitute motion. Typically, when we've done substitute motions, we take care of those first, and depending on how that comes out, it depends as to whether or not we would go back to the main motion. May I get a sense of the commission if that's how the commission wants to proceed? It's been a lot of years since we've had a substitute motion.
Vice Chair Belzer, I think that's exactly how we should proceed, but I would offer a point of clarification. As I listen to Commissioner Irvin's substitute motion, it sounds a whole lot like the original motion.
I agree.
Chairman Williams.
I'm sorry, Commissioner Caston. Vice Chair Belzer has the command of the commission.
Commissioner Caston?
Thank you, Vice Chair. I concur with what Chairman Williams said as I listen to all of this. I think with the most noble intentions by all commissioners, it all boils down to what I heard, pretty much the way Chairman Williams proposed the motion.
I'm rereading it now, and I'm going to withdraw my substitute motion at this time. I think that you have. I think you've covered it fairly well, and I would just. I would hope that we'll revisit it, I see where you indicated that now, so, I withdraw my substitute motion. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Urban. We still have before us, well, the amendment has been accepted by, Chairman Williams. So we will now vote on the motion as amended. Commissioner Carol Lee Williams.
Aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Chairman Williams.
Chairman Williams votes aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Powers votes aye.
And I vote aye as well. The ayes have it, and the motion passes. And Mr. Chairman, I will return the gavel to you at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair Belzer. Attorney Minges, please call the next agenda item.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Item number 13, docket numbers 2018-231S and 2020-192S. We have a motion to withdraw the application in this docket.
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Commissioner Urban.
I move that the commission grant Condor Environmental's motion for leave to withdraw their application in both dockets, and that further move that both dockets be closed. So moved.
Hearing Commissioner Urban's motion, is is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we'll move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Thomas votes aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. That concludes today's utilities agenda. Turning to our transportation agenda, items number 1 and 2 are new applications that can be taken together. Item number 1, docket number 2020-226T, is Dawn's Taxi and Transportation Services, LLC. And item number 2, docket number 2020-228T, Whirlwind Logistics Care, LLC.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Commissioner Thomas, the floor is yours, sir.
I move that the new applications identified in items number 1 and 2 be granted. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we will move for a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Chairman, item number 3, docket number 2020-170T, we have a request to amend.
Is there a motion? Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Commissioner Williams.
I move that the commission grant the request of Denver Med Trans, Inc. to amend its Class C non-emergency certificate number 9529 to read statewide. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Hearing Commissioner Williams's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Urban.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Thomas votes aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Powers votes aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Please call the next agenda item.
Item number 4, docket numbers 2014-333T, 2020-213T, and 2020-214T. We have request to cancel.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chair, I have a motion.
Commissioner Williams, the floor is yours, ma'am.
I move that the commission grant the request of Apple Transport LLC to cancel its Class C non-emergency certificate number 8965. So moved.
Thank you, Commissioner Williams. Hearing Commissioner Williams's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries.
Item number 5, docket number 2008-439T and 2020-214T. We have a request to suspend.
Is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have a motion.
Commissioner Thomas, the floor is yours, sir.
I move that the commission grant the request of Most Wanted Transportation LLC for a 1-year suspension of Class C Charter Certificate Number 8058-A, effective with the date of the directive. So moved.
Hearing Commissioner Thomas's motion, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we'll move to a roll call vote. Commissioner Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Belzer.
Belzer votes aye.
Commissioner Caston.
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin.
Aye.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Powers.
Aye.
Chairman Williams votes aye. The ayes have it. The motion carries. Ladies and gentlemen, commissioners and commission staff, that concludes our weekly business meeting. Please join us again next week on Wednesday at 2 p.m.